7-6 at the half, and then a perfect 2 quarters of football for the most part from Alabama. I think a lot of Alabama fans left Bryant-Denny Stadium on Saturday and said, give me the rest of the season, what I saw in quarter 3 and 4.
Well,
feed me.
They played well. Tyler Booker is part of that. He is with us now on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. His appearances each week presented by CraneWorks. The big guy says check out the big dog when it comes to rental works and CraneWorks. What is up, Tyler? How are you today?
I'm great. How y'all doing today?
Doing wonderful. Thanks a lot. Maybe it didn't feel that way, but just watching on TV, it felt like 2 different teams, first half and second half. Did it feel that way for you? And if so, why?
Yeah, it felt that way for the most part. So like in the second half, we just came out and executed. There were shots that we missed in the first half. There were a few blocks that we missed at the offensive line in the first half that if we make certain plays at certain times in the first half, it looks just like the second half. That's the difference between executing and not executing. The second half, we just executed. Everything came together for us. Now we just need to figure out how to do that and maintain that for the rest of the year, do that at a high level.
You know, we've got a chat room that we take a look at, and somebody just said, we heard Lane Kiffin mention Malachi Moore all over the field. We had somebody in our chat room just say he's the MVP so far. When you watch Malachi, I mean, one of the veterans of this team, dude's having quite the year right now.
Yeah, he is, and I feel like he's stepped up in a big way. You know, we lost a lot of key guys, a lot of leaders last year on the defense, and he's really stepped up in that leadership role, and he's definitely backed it up with his play. And I'm very proud of him, and he continues to lead the defense, but lead this team as well. You know, so his contribution is very valued.
Listen, I'm dumb when it comes to football, so I'll say that up front, okay? Because I'm a sportscaster, and we know what you think of sportscasters.
Wow.
But
I love him.
I know, and I love you. But listen, it looked like, and I know this is not the case, but it looked like you had a different playbook this weekend than you had, say, for the Texas game. And I know that's not true. But do you feel like now that you get to know sort of the personality of this offense, you can lean into things that you do better than, say, Alabama teams of the past? Do you feel like even the guys calling plays are starting to learn what this team can do better as you move forward?
Yeah, I think you just said it. Like, we're learning each other. You know, we got a new offensive coordinator, got a new quarterback, got some new guys up front. So we're just all learning each other. And it's just taking time. It's a process, but I feel like we definitely found what works for us in this the second half of this past Ole Miss game. But when it comes to the play calls, we have the ultimate trust in Coach Reese. You know, we love his philosophy. We love Coach Reese. We're going to play for him every play. So we just have to trust in what he calls and execute whatever he calls, you know, because we know that he has our best interests in mind.
Alabama's Tyler Booker with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. He's presented each week by CraneWorks. CraneWorks says the big guy tells you look for the big dog when it comes to CraneWorks and rental works, crane and rental equipment right there at CraneWorks. I know you're probably going to tell me, hey, Jalen Milroe had already won this team, had already won this locker room, but he did not play last week. He comes back this week. When you see him get cut in half on a touchdown throw, and have to lay on the ground for a minute, but then pops up, does not complain, does not limp off, in fact, starts to celebrate, stays in that game. Toughness like that, how far does that go for the rest of the team when they see that?
It goes a long way. And a few guys on the offensive line were talking about it. Like, he plays with so much heart and so much toughness. Like, he doesn't slide. Like, I have yet to see Jalen Milroe slide. And as an offensive lineman, that gets us fired up. Like, hey, don't take so many hits, but at the same time, we love it. You know, it gets us fired up. Like, he's fighting for us, so we got to fight for him. And we don't like to see him get hit, but to see him get up and celebrate and be all right, that gave everybody in the stadium some juice. You know what I mean? So that was a key play for us. And then just the way he carries himself, that's what you need out of a leader, but that's what you need out of a quarterback. And he's continuing to be great, and that's just who he is as a person. So we just love having him around. And I'm excited to keep playing with him and keep growing with him.
I know you guys are supposed to mute out the outside noise and whether it's media or coach speak, but you heard, Lane Kiffin was poking the cage all week, as Lane Kiffin typically does. Was this game inside that locker room personal for you guys?
We just approach it like any other game, you know what I mean? We don't make one game more important than the other. So Yeah, we really don't pay attention to outside noise. So I'm not even sure what he said or what he was doing. I saw he had a lot of headlines, but that's per usual for Coach Kiffin. But we respect him as any other opponent, and we just went out and executed.
Blink twice if you're being held hostage right now. I'm kidding, Tyler. I'm kidding. Smart play by you not to talk crap. I like it. Hey, listen, left tackle Caden Proctor, man, he's learning on the job. He's taking a lot of heat, but I thought he improved this past weekend 110%, if that's possible, at least 100%. Sure. Tell me, as you're watching him grow, what he can be down the road, because it looked like he took a big step forward this week too.
Mm-hmm. I see a lot of myself in Caden, and I'm so proud of him for the way that he's handled everything. Like you said, he had a rocky start, but he's definitely improved. He's getting better week by week, and I'm just very proud of him. So like he's in a much different situation than I was. So last year I got to rotate, so I was next to guys that could help me and be like, okay, this play we got. Okay, I wasn't the guy. Caden is the guy. So he has a whole lot more pressure in the way that he's dealing with them. I'm very proud of him. He's not afraid to ask for help. He takes coaching really well. And, man, sky's the limit for him. I'm very excited to see how he grows the rest of the season, but the rest of his career as well. That's why I worked so hard recruiting him. I saw it in him from the beginning.
So you get credit for landing him, huh? Is that your first 5-star you've landed?
Yeah, I think I landed everybody in that class except Wilk and Formby. Every offensive lineman in that class, I got them except for Wilk and Formby. He wasn't my recruit, but all the other ones I'm taking credit for.
I like that. I like Tyler recruiting too. Hey, so you guys kick off just before midnight Saturday. How tough is it to play that late of a game on the road? I've always heard late road games are tough on the road team. You have to lay around the hotel all day, try not to get too lazy. I mean, how tough is that for you?
We're just gonna approach it like I said earlier. We're just gonna approach it like another game. You know what I mean? That's stuff that's out of our control, and we just got to control what we can control. What we control is having a great week of practice, making sure we're hydrated, making sure we get good rest before that game, and just going into it like we played the second half of this Ole Miss game.
Dude, I'm in my 50s. I still stay up late. I'm better at 9 o'clock at night than I am at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd rather play at night.
Yeah, we do love night games and the atmosphere, so that's going to be fun. We just have to be able to handle the crowd noise and just execute at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's the Cowbells, man. You've never played in that stadium though, right? So you've never experienced
Not yet.
You've never experienced the Cowbells. What have you heard about it?
I heard they're pretty annoying, but the more we score, the quieter those Cowbells will get. So
that is the best. That's the best way to make them stop. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. All right, he is Tyler Booker, the Alabama offensive lineman, with us each week, courtesy of CraneWorks. The big guy says check out the big dog for CraneWorks and RentalWorks. Tyler, good luck against State. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
All right, buddy. You too. Take care. Tyler with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline.